Lot to talk about. What's up, everyone? Bismo back for the Bismo Show number 17. This time along, I have an agenda for once. It's not candid. I have a big agenda. There's a lot to discuss. There's been a lot talked. I've been away for a bit. So first thing I want to do is just kind of address you guys. Just kind of let let you guys know what's up. Um, yeah, what's up, Icy, Phil, JQ, Toya? Take a break, mate. Anyone else who's hopping in early? Madeline, Jane Doe, Miss Manrique, Sonia. What's up, everyone? But yeah, so I was sick. Last time you guys saw me on here, I was sick. I've since recovered. And I've been honestly super busy with school because it's finals time. But I couldn't just stand by with all this news about BoDin, Mando, Dave Filoni being promoted, and all this, and not give my take. So I'm here. I'm now, and I am live, and I'm going to be giving my candid, honest takes on everything. I actually have it organized on a list for once with what we'll be covering. So yeah, university. So first things first. You may have saw my community tab post, but Dave Filoni has been promoted to chief chief creative officer, CCO, or C. I'm not even Dave Filoni, chief something. Yeah, chief creative officer. Okay, that's what I thought. I had it in my notes, but for some reason I thought that was wrong. But yes, chief creative officer, which, if you didn't know, that's the role that Kevin Feige had during Marvel's Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, and since he's like the president of Marvel now these days. That's big news because Dave Filoni is going to have a lot more power now, a lot more say in what's going on. Previously he has been involved with a lot. He gives his takes on a lot of the shows. But now, for a show to be green lit, he's gonna have to be a part of that conversation. Like, he's gonna be one of those people, maybe the person, like the entire person in some cases, that will actually green light a show, per se, and just a whole lot more. And I'm a big Filoni fan. I was a fan of Ahsoka overall. Yes, it had its flaws, but it did set up a lot, so I'm pumped for that. But yeah, I just want to touch on that. But we're gonna keep moving. Now, I will say the BoDin stuff's at the end of the agenda, but I'm kind of building up to it because there's a lot to look at. I've compiled some evidence, a lot of things from the previous stuff, and just in general. Yeah, I appreciate those of you dropping likes on the stream. It really helps out the channel. Thanks, guys. And if you're watching the VOD, feel free to do so. Okay, first things, well, not first thing, second thing. Mandalorian Season 4. So, the writer's strike, it's over. Talked about this. Right, and same with the actor strike. So things are back in production. At Lucasfilm, the main thing that's being worked on right now is Mandalorian season. That's more than Ahsoka season 2 or any of the other shows. A lot of the other shows are getting wrapped up, but Mando season 4 is the main focus right now. But with that being said, we can't expect next year for Mando season 4 to happen. I just want to bring up a quick image on actually, yeah, we're gonna do that right now. So yeah, Mandalorian season 4 is reportedly the focus at Lucasfilm at the moment, and other shows like Ahsoka season 2 won't film until after Mando. So yeah, Mando's getting priority there. And then the shows that will be coming out next year, 2024, reportedly, and this is what I would expect, is reportedly the Skeleton Crew, the Acolyte, Bad Batch Season 3, Tales of the Jedi Season 2, and Andor Season. So yeah, that's the slate for next year. Now, when can we expect Mandalorian Season 4? Yeah, so based off of previous releases and due to the strike taking things into consideration, I think we can expect a somewhat early 2025 release. but I'm gonna guess that Mando's gonna be around. They'll release it May 2025. I'm calling that right now for Star Wars Celebration Japan. That's gonna be their main thing. They're gonna do a better job with it, and it's gonna be big. That's the hope, anyhow. Hey all, what's up, Madeline? You don't know why I'm here. Can Dave Filoni rehire Gina Carano? I'm sure he maybe could, but I'm not sure there. I think May 2025 seems possible though. Since the scripts have already been written, and even though there's a writer's strike, like stuff's already been, like Favreau is going to be working on it in the background throughout all this and all that kind of stuff anyway. So they should have a really good plan. And from what I've heard, the first half of Mando season 4, what it's going to be about, and this is also from Making Star Wars, is actually it's kind of very similar to my if you guys saw my BoDin what if video for Mandalorian season 4, my prediction for Mandalorian season 4, not far off. The first half has Din Djarin and Grogu reunited, going after stormtroopers, which is exactly what I had in my script. So we can expect some more Din Djarin and Grogu to begin, but there hasn't been much talk of that second half, so keep in mind there. Mando's gonna be next year. It'll be this time next year. Yeah, it's not gonna. There's no way that Mandalorian season 4 will release in next year. I just don't see it happening. I think May 2025 is an optimistic release date, considering. I think that's what they'll shoot for Celebration. What's up, Dustin? More Bryce Dallas Howard in the mix for sure. But Miss Manrique, I think Filoni has a good overview of what Lucasfilm is going to do and how it needs to be done to cater to fans. Yeah, I would agree for the most part, but yeah. So we've discussed the slate. I guess I'll give my take. Things I'm most excited for on here. I think it's the bottom 3. I think I'm probably most excited for Tales of the Jedi. And then probably equally excited for Bad Batch and Andor season 2. Acolyte, like I'm somewhat excited. Like I'm definitely down to watch it. But it's not in the Mandoverse or whatever, and doesn't really connect a whole lot. So it'll just be like different. It could blow me away though. Skeleton Crew. That's a show that I mean, I usually watch every Star Wars piece of content, but I don't know if I'll watch that. We'll see though. What are you guys most excited for in this 2024 slate though? Trailer may show in July, August. Yeah, that could happen as well. You could see a Super Bowl trailer like they kind of did, not for this year's Super Bowl, but next year's Super Bowl. But I in a world they could technically come out around the same time, like March or something like that. Yeah, Skeleton Crew is still happening. I thought I got canceled. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. I think it's mostly done. I've heard a lot of conflicting stuff. Something I did hear about it though, it is definitely catered towards like a younger audience. Which I mean, indifferent to me just because Star Wars really is for the kids. But if they're specifically saying that, maybe it's not for me. Yeah, Skeleton Crew could be surprising though, because they did mention that they could have some Mando. It does take place in the Mandoverse, so it could be a sleeper. Yeah, Bad Batch season 3, Tales of the Jedi season 2. I mean, it depends on what they're gonna show off story wise for sure. Acolyte's gonna have some great references in my prediction. Yeah. I actually do like the High Republic now, especially after the most recent Jedi Survivor game. Okay, guys, we're moving a little bit quick here, but we're gonna get right into the juice. So this has been going around on Twitter because recently there was a fan expo with Katie Sackhoff basically saying, or clarifying, that is, Mandalorian star clarifies Bo-Katan and Din Djarin romance prospects. Ahead of her appearance at Fan Expo in San Francisco, the Mandalorian star Katie Sackhoff, who plays Bo-Katan, sat down and offered her thoughts about a potential romance with Din Djarin. Bo-Katan got a much brighter spotlight than usual in Season 3 of the hit Star Wars Disney Plus series. In doing so, she also got to spend a lot more time with Din Djarin. As the two got to know each other a lot more, many fans started shipping the two as a couple, gunning their connection to get a lot deeper. While nothing romantic happened between the two, The conversation about the potential duo never slowed down. It certainly didn't help that the speculation that Sackhoff on set stunt double Brendan Wade shared a jestful kiss through the Mandal helmet on set. Now, that's not exactly what I heard and what we've heard in the past, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that, guys. Yeah. An exclusive interview with the direct. Yeah, this is, by the way, this is the direct.com if you want the full article. The Mandalorian actress Katie Sackhoff, who will be appearing at this weekend's Fan Expo in San Francisco, offered her thoughts on a potential romance between Bo-Katan and Dindjarin. When asked if there was ever any discussion about the two characters getting together romantically, Sackhoff simply stated no, while clarifying there was nothing more than just herself and Brendan Wayne joking around at work moment she previously spoke of at the Phoenix Fan Fusion in 2023. No, I think there's probably just as many speculation as shipping of the armor and Bo-Katan. I disagree with that. There is shipping for the armor and Bo-Katan, but significantly less. I think that anytime you put a woman and a man on screen together, it's bound to happen. I think that's just one of those things, that speculation that people enjoy. But no, nothing more than just joking around between myself and Brendan Wayne at work. So no. The conversation then pivoted to deleted scenes and any notable sequences. Basically says no scenes, probably cut for a good reason. Yada yada yada. Good question, JQ. I'll try to get to that. Basically saying Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have a very specific story in mind. But yeah, so when asked the question, is BoDin going to happen, basically, Katie Sackhoff says no. Now, obviously, from what we watched and the things we've heard, there's a lot of indication towards that not being that. But here's the possibilities. I just want to go over, though, the possibilities first of why she may have said this now. But first of all, this contradicts the previous things she said at previous expos, which the article mentions. Another reason as to why is she might just be sick of it, to be honest. Like the 2% joke, I remember that going around a lot. I know it's not directly related to BoDin, DinBo, but the whole romance thing in general, her being asked that a lot rather than, for other works, I could see how that could get potentially, maybe she's just sick of it and wanted to just say no, And then another reason is, we're kind of out of season for The Mandalorian. It's been a while since it was out, so it's not that popular to talk about it. So maybe she didn't, think much of it, I guess. But the last possible reason, I guess, is it might actually still be happening, but she's trying to put it under the radar because maybe we did a good job of, seeing those what they thought was, I guess, secretive on-screen interactions for a potential BoDin interaction or whatever. But yeah, I lean towards kind of a more so there isn't a definitive answer either way. What's up, Eternal Flame? What's up, Cinema? Now, I've compiled a lot of evidence here. So bear with me, guys, or a good amount of evidence, just to go against the idea that it never was a consideration or it wasn't happening. And again, no ill will to Katie Sackhoff. I love your work. I'm just here to give my honest thoughts from the things I've heard and seen. So let's move back to here. And first things first, video I made 7 months ago this is talking Christian Harloff's channel when she was interviewed. And I'm just going to play this back. Now I've got 2 reactions of myself going. I'm reacting to me reacting to a podcast right now. That's funny.
She was shipping Din and Bo. So a lot of people were. Was that ever a conversation or never a conversation?
It was a conversation for sure. It was for sure a conversation.
It was a conversation. That's not what...
We ain't blind. We ain't blind.
And there's a scene of Brendan actually grabbing Bo's face and kissing me in like a off take. It was so funny because it was like right there the entire time.
Yeah.
We were joking about it the whole time.
Well, yeah, it's
and
right
then
there.
I was like, could you?
Been there the whole season. That's pretty funny. We might have to do a watch party or watch some of our old, at the end of this video. I'll watch some of the old BoDin videos just for the fun of it. Okay, that's evidence number 1. Next up, Fan Phoenix Expo, different video I had made.
I was like, but I was like,
Okay, let's go. Also, video credit. I think I give it the person Miss Pat 17 for taking this video on
I
X.
was like, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like shipping them.
100%. Mom and daddy.
You are right. Credit to Miss Pat _17 for the video, but as you can see, it's true. But wait, there's more.
The two of you, what was your favorite scene or most emotional scene that you and Pedro Pascal had during this season?
I mean, so the scene between Bo and Mando on the front of the boat is like our Titanic moment.
That's right, at Phoenix Fan Fusion just
What's with my voice in this? But you guys get the picture. It's not what she's said, and there's, I guess, more.
But wait, there's more.
There's more? I didn't even know.
Where you gave it a shot or no?
There is definitely an outtake where Brendan Wayne grabbed my face and kissed me through the Mando helmet. It was quite fun. It's that scene where he says that your song is not yet written.
We're with you. Really intense due to that.
Okay, you get the picture. Not really exactly what she said. And then more evidence, not just Katie Sackhoff now. More, and this isn't even all of it.
Big BoDin video release.
The tweet from Star Wars UK. Star Wars UK tweet. Why is this not? The tweets, literally from Star Wars UK. The ship, the shipper. Okay. What else is that supposed to mean? I don't see no ship. Other than the two right there. Okay. Tweets. Brendan Wayne had tweeted stuff before. There was other tweets from the the list. We could go through good amount of things that were tweeted, I guess, on there. But yeah, and then from the actual show, just a recap. Oh, sorry guys, whoopsie. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Sorry about that. Just as a recap from the actual, Mandalorian season 3, we get the pledge scene, season 6. Didn't literally pledges to Bo-Katan. We get them sitting at a campfire episode, which we'll take a look at that in a second. And then episode 5 is literally just a date, basically, with them the entire time. So, in summary, my thoughts are there isn't enough evidence for her, even though she plays the character, just to say no. And it could just be a tactic either way, that maybe it's still in discussion, but they want people to be more in shock since we already figured out too early or something like that. That's the spiel. Anyhow, that's my main guess. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's for sure happening. But I'm not gonna allow the ship to just get sunk and be killed off, because we should be able to have fun with this. And I know a lot of people are out there are very hardcore, more hardcore than me on all this. And I don't think it's fair to just kill it when there hasn't been a reason to explicitly kill the ship. I guess sink the ship per se. And I mean, you don't have. There wasn't a friend zone moment, is all I'm saying. But yeah, what do you guys think though? Yeah, the pledge. Let's read some stuff here. Madeline says, episode 7. Am I a joke to you? She seemed on board a few months ago. Maybe she read the season 4 script and there's nothing there. Yeah, but she wouldn't be able to say that kind of stuff, I mean, if she were to say it's kind of a spoiler, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's happening, she would say this, If it's for sure happening, she would say this exact thing. What's up, KG? Evidence is undeniable. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys like that little bit of evidence I compiled there for you guys? Is it bad I want his subscription to my channel? The vibe? I appreciate it, Turnflame. Sonic says, yeah, I agree. I mean, 2 whole years will have to go by until season 4 releases. I don't think she wants to keep hearing about it. Yeah, for sure. This could change at any time, so I'll keep my eyes open. Yep, episode 5. It's episode not episode 5 with the campfire scene, is it? Oh, like the big campfire. I'm thinking of the pledge or whatever. Or maybe that is episode 5. That is episode 5. Right. I liked it, says Toya. Okay, guy. I appreciate it. Good thing is they left it open-ended. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's open-ended. That's why I made, the fan theory on it and that stuff. Also, we have to remember this is a new thing to actors after all. Off topic, no, but Andrew Garfield continually said he wasn't going to be in No Way Home, and yet they ended up. Yeah, exactly. You guys get the picture of what I'm trying to say here. It's not dead until it's dead, or one of the characters are dead in the show, which I was a concern of mine at one point, I will say. But yeah, Mando season 4. Apparently they looked at my my what if, and that's the script. It's been a while. Honestly, it's been a while since I've watched this. I kind of want to watch a little bit. But apparently Mando season 4 is actually going to be kind of like kind of like this.
I anticipate Mandalorian season 4 to start off following Dindjarin and Grogu. In Grogu, I guess. And they'll be completing bounties for the New Republic
Exactly what
and working
people are saying.
primarily under Captain Karsa Teva. And this dynamic will be similar to that of season 1. And this has already been hinted at by, Brendan Wayne and other actors from the show that were kind of returning to that kind of style, at least for the beginning. And we can see that with how the show ends and, where Mando and Grogu are at, kind of off on their own. Bo-Katan will be rebuilding Mandalore, and I think that will also play a key part. But maybe not the primary focus. Now, let's hop right in where I think the story will start. So, Din and Grogu are on a bounty track, right? Because Carson has informed them that there's been a group of rogue stormtroopers who deserted their superior offers and have basically been wreaking havoc. And the troopers have settled on Arval 7, and they're basically like tormenting
Mando season 4.
and plundering the Ugnaughts that are there, forcing them to build things for them and just whatever else, and there's really not much opposition there. So there was a complaint, and Carson Teva got this word, and he figured Mando and Grogu would be the best for this job simply because of their expertise on ground combat and dealing with a group of troopers. And it wasn't enough troopers and them not being directly linked to the Empire for that to warrant a New Republic intervention. So Din and Grogu show up on Arval 7 and they track down these stormtroopers. Grogu uses the Force to lift all 4 of them in the air at once and lift their blaster away from them, leaving it up to Din, who simultaneously blasts them all with his blaster in a quick motion, just showing that increased chemistry between Grogu and Din. And from there, after completing their bounty, they head back to the Republic base of Aldefi and meet back up with Captain Carson and get their credits they get for completing the bounty. Carson informs them that there's really not much else for them to work on at the moment, and that he'll contact Dindjarin when there is some kind of trouble or some kind of bounty that they can work on. So Grogu and Dindjarin head back to Navarro, back to their house, and they kind of relax there for a few days. They eat some good food, have some good drinks, just kind of relaxing a bit. That is until one day, Din's holo projector at his home starts beeping, informing him of an incoming call, but it's not from Captain Carson. Meanwhile, the Shadow Council has been plotting. Since learning of the destruction of Moff Gideon and his forces, they've realized the Mandalorian threat was much larger than they anticipated, and something had to be done. So, it was decided that Shadow Council leader Yasan Izad be tasked with taking back Mandalore and the base, and to get the Beskar mines back and operational. She would have to take back the base in a fashion not damage the mines. General Hux and other leaders decided that Yasan would need much of the current Imperial resources to make sure the Mandalorian threat was snuffed out once and for all. So she was given to command 50 TIE fighters, a dozen bombers, 2 Imperial light cruisers, and 1 Imperial Star Destroyer, all with the purpose of taking back Mandalore and getting the Meskar mines back in operational to fill in the gap in the Outer Rim that's been missing with Gideon's absence, and to continue work on the Dark Trooper program.
Well, let's
fleet
get to the
conglomerates
climax.
deep in the Outer Rim and makes its way towards Kalevala, where Yasan plans to take a temporary base there to plan their invasion of
If you haven't
Mandalore.
seen this video, I
From here,
really
we cut
recommend
to
it.
Bo-Katan and a few other
Better make it like
Mandalorians,
a
and they're
story.
actually on Kalevala right now, as there's been enough time now for things to sort of get settled and get working on Mandalore that she has had time to come to Kalevala and her
All right, this
castle
video is
of
long.
origin, her family castle that's been destroyed, to look through the rubble and to find remnants and heirlooms left behind to bring back with her to Mandalore. Out of nowhere, one of the Mandalorians next to her gets shot at. Somehow, there was a stormtrooper. Here, the Mandalorian dropped dead, and
just dropped a
Bo-Katan
pole.
and a couple other Mandalorians started to break out
Your
in
thoughts?
a run. With blaster fire railing behind them, another one of the Mandalorians drop. She's making a break for her ship. She's maybe 30 meters away when the last of her companions also drops, but she makes it onto the ship, and her ship is getting bombarded with laser fire now from multiple stormtroopers, but she's able to get into the air, and as she's about to hit light speed, she sees over the corner of the mountain.
All right, I'll let you guys watch the rest of
Bo-Katan
this
enjoy
video.
a nice meal, good drinks, and a quiet evening together. They finish up their meals, and Din invites Bo-Katan to go with him outside to the porch, as it's getting to be evening, and to watch the sunset together. It's nice.
If you haven't seen the video, oh, well, that's sad. Haven't
In
seen the
season
video. Here is the link. I would recommend it. That is one of my best videos, I will have to say. Or at least I'm proud of that one. Good fanfic, anyhow, of BoDin and just general season 4. All right, let's get back to chat. I hear you guys' takes just on everything that's going on. You know, what's up with it? I hope they go with your what if, but this interview was a good reminder that it might not happen. So I'm tempering my expectations. I think we'll see Bo, but not as much. I think that is a very valid take. Yeah, like, again, definitely, I'm not as, like, you know, hell bent on it as, you know, it's gonna for sure happen, but there's a chance. I think it's still alive, and we should at least be able to speculate without just being dead. And if it is happening, she would have to say that if she was asked about it. It's like a 50-50 chance it's going to happen. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's definitely not 0. And I feel like it's like decent. It's not like single digit. I don't know if I could put an exact percentage on it. You know, I'm a mathematician, not a statistician, but I could give a rough estimate. I'll put a range on it, but I think there's a 1 to 99% chance of BoDin for the win happening. Okay? No, don't quote me on that, you know, if I'm wrong. Episode 6 is just full of foreshadowing and symbolism of romance between them. Yeah, romance and or just in general, them being, you know, important to each other. And they hinted at this so-called royal family and whatnot good as well. I was also in denial until episode 6, then I surrendered and got back on board. I think it's possible that the attraction died, but I hope not. Potentially, I mean, they are far away, and that's why in my video, which, you know, you should check out if you haven't, I talk about how, you know, distance apart can, you know, grow a couple of people. Dustin, we need BoDin or at least some romance. What a quality video and awesome start to season 4. Oh, thank you, Dustin. Really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, I know I haven't been uploading a lot as of recently. I've not been doing nothing. I've not been doing nothing. But I've been brainstorming. I want to get some, like, bigger, not necessarily bigger, longer, but, like, bigger as in more time spent on the video, higher quality videos, I guess. for you guys. It's nice to like have this, this weekly stream. Well, mostly weekly stream. Trying to keep up with that because then it's more candid. I can kind of say what I want, talk with you guys a bit more, get an idea of what's going on. Also have guests on, of course. Speaking of guests, shout out to Stay on Target. They just hit 2K subs, flew right past 2,000 subscribers. So big congratulations to them. If you haven't checked them out, on my home channel page, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll find the featured channels. They are the GOATs, honestly. Yeah, huge congrats. I've seen this video, and it's greatly made, in my opinion, truly a vision of BoDin's real canon moment. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's another thing. Like, I want to make bigger and quality videos, but like Mando's not going to come out till 2025. Why can't we make, write fan fictions? But I'm going to be making like just what if videos and fan fiction videos in general, because we ain't got no story for a long time anyway. And that's the fun part of being a fan, speculating, getting on here, talking about what's going to happen, making fun videos like that, or just doing whatever, And the calamari romance was the most cringe part people ignored, but I was like, gotta be in here for a reason. It's a good possibility. Not gonna lie, I want to see Grogu grow more as a character. Dude's like, what, 50 and can barely talk? Yeah, I would like to see Grogu talk. There is like not much character development with Grogu, I'll have to say. He is definitely a tool. Tool for the Disney money printing machine, I guess. But another thing I didn't mention on here, but Bob Iger supposedly mentioned that they'll be focusing on quality over quantity, which, why weren't they doing that before? Boggles me, but at least it's a step. It's like a step forward after going like 5 steps backward, maybe. But it's a positive. We'll try to stay positive here. It's good to hear, at least. I'm wondering if we're all supposed to be quiet down about it happening until season 4, so the sunrise will be worth it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying, Phil. If they're gonna ask her about it, maybe she just says no. She generally try to kill it down. I mean, Brendan Wayne was pretty adamant on it as well. That'd be cool. Madeline says, I don't think it's for sure, but it's still possible. Yeah, for me, it was both couples in episode 6 talking about love and against the odds. Yeah, that look for me was the craziest moment, and I kind of want to pull that up now. If you haven't checked out BoDin the movie, hour-long special, and check it out. And there's just so much in this episode. Biggest BoDin video. Why isn't there a chapter here? So chastising him a little bit. So they're going to be. This is a really crucial scene. Humans don't ask for much, and when he says that, Bo-Katan looks to Din, and Din looks to Bo-Katan. Just a really touching and heartwarming like human life
moment
so short.
between them. So the bartender takes. Yeah. Really narrowing it down, says Dustin. Yeah, I 1 to 99% chance of happening. Okay. Not for sure. Maybe not, Family is family theme in Mando. Family's a heavy theme in Star Wars. That's why they got to get the romance back. And I think that's kind of what Dustin and people are, getting at. So I can think, I think it makes way more sense why romance can happen now or later on regardless. Plus I can tell Grogu is very fond of Bo. Yeah, she was like she sat like with her on her lap at some point, I believe. Now the jealousy arc in episode 6 with Christopher Lloyd making me think loyal people on the future movies are gonna undermine the leaders for the good of the society. Interesting. Yeah, write something on it, do something with it if you can. That'd be cool. I'd love to check it out. Good job, stay on target. Yeah, a great job, stay on target. If you haven't checked out the live show, make sure to check it out. But specifically the music video that they released, Rule of Two, in collaboration with Hunter Davis.
That is fire. Absolutely fire. Heck yeah, Miss Manrique. Heck yeah. Thanks, man. Justin Bismo's the GOAT? Ah, nah. I still appreciate it, but no. Far from. Also, guys, it's November 30th, and I participate in No Shave November, so all I'm saying is I might be looking a little bit different next time you guys see me on video. Good job on staying targeted. Yeah, good job. Hey, what's up, Empowering Survivor Stories with Alex? Welcome back. Just tuning in. Hope you're all great. We're doing good. You know, I think overall, chat, we're kind of we're in a much more positive note, I think, than starting the stream, right? And I saw there was a lot of reactions in the Discord. People sad about that, but the people that didn't get a chance to check this out, I think they'll be happy after seeing this, sort of the perspective of BoDin. Anyhow, so if you are a friend, know a BoDin shipper that isn't here, send the link to them, share it out to them. This will cheer them up. The pleasure is the best example of a truly magic setting for BoDin. Can look when it's finally able to let loose. Yeah. The pledge is like a perfect example for that. Agreed. Grogu is definitely fond of her. At least let her become an aunt figure. Wow, episode 7. I mean, come on, yeah. And the flames too at the end, it like makes like a heart shape. What's up, Dan? Bismo, you're the GOAT, man. BoDin is happening in season 4. Well, it has a 1 to 99% chance of happening. I thought about it. I did the math, and there's a 1 to 99% chance of happening. I agreed. Ideal romantic setup. Sure. I think Icy and I said this. Romance is missing element in modern Star Wars right now, so BoDin is bringing it back in a very similar way. Calmar Forever did it very well. Yeah. That's actually probably one of my favorite videos I've made. Now, it's not my music. It's not my song. But I did make a music video for Cal Kestis and Marin, their romance. That did happen, which was great to see. But we need it on the big screen. That's why we need Bo-Katan, Dindjarin, or Ezra Bridger, and Sabine. Enrique, I really wonder if they don't pursue the couples we're rooting for. What romance are we going to get? Can we even guess at a future romance? Your guess is as good as mine, I don't know. I mean, Bob is saying they're focused on equality now. Does that mean romance? Because these stories that don't really have a whole lot. Where's the juice? Digging the beard of my brother. Thanks, Dustin. It might be going though. I don't know. It's tough to say. I do like it. But I gotta shape it better or something. So do I. This gave me hope. Thanks, guys. This potential romance is infancy though. For sure. Yeah. When you say big screen, you're making me think, what if Voda doesn't happen until the movie? And that still is my prediction of like when I think of the percentages. I think the most likely scenario of Bo-Katan and Dindjarin like kissing or all the way would be in the movie. Mandoverse movie, Avengers Endgame, like in the heat of battle or something, they get like a kiss for luck scenario, except for it's not two siblings and Luke and Leia kissing this time. Sadly, I'm the only BoDin shipper in my family. You gotta convince them. You gotta show them the evidence. That's all you gotta do. Starflame, I feel the same here. Yeah, I mean, definitely the biggest shipper in my family. I did get my my parents to watch finish. Yeah, we did finish them. Yeah, they were like on board. Justin asked, "Do you think they need to raise the stakes in the next season. Make us feel like they don't have so much plot armor and get us to really care about these characters. What happens? 100%, man. 100%. I mean, in Mando season 3, they killed off Az, who like, were we that connected to him? Like, it was sad, but and Din getting captured just be brought back like 5 minutes into the next episode. Yeah, it didn't really have much weight to it. There wasn't really a whole lot going on. Somebody needs to like lose an arm or something, a main character. Yeah, no, there needs to be. Yeah, it's tough to say. I think we're gonna get some really similar to season 1 vibes for this early Mando season 4, which I'm actually excited to get back a little bit simpler. But as long as it's good, you hear me? But I think the second half of season 4 is gonna start to ramp up, and we'll get somehow tied into Thrawn and the Ahsoka stuff potentially. Yeah, first half more of like season 1 type stuff, maybe bounty stuff, but more so with stormtroopers and all that. And then it'll ramp up towards the end, which will then connect to season 2. We'll both kind of set up the movie, and boom, heir to the Empire movie. Phil agreed, it's definitely not dead. I love Cal Murray. That's my prediction too. Very little BoDin until the movie. I'm going to scream like an idiot if they kiss in the movie. Yeah, that's the hope, on screen. It's like I told my dad about them, but he doesn't really think there's something between them. He's allowed to have an opinion, even if it's wrong, right? How much collection do these glasses have? I think it's because people wanted Darn with the Swamp Woman or something. Yeah, I mean, that was something. I think that is a certain group of people. Honestly, like, that was pretty cool. Like, that was actually, that had some emotional weight to it back then. Just that little hint of romance. Like, what I'm talking about, though. It was 1 episode. Wouldn't that be crazy, though? Season 3 didn't have too many stakes because it was pushed. Internal flame. Same. Y'all are my BoDin shipping comrades. And yes, less plot armor, please. Higher stakes. Seriously, man. I had to shove something in order to get people to watch. That was the thing with BoDin and the Gideon stuff, yeah. America plus darn shipping is high. Is it still high like now? Yeah. Well, overall takeaways though, guys. Mandalorian season 4 isn't going to come out until 2025. But BoDin is not dead. BoDin for the win. Even if it's not for sure happening. There's too much evidence to just fully rule it out at this point. All right, guys. You know what? Also, just as a reminder, I'm going to drop the BoDin playlist. 28 videos with evidence, the journey, all this. If you ever need to, refill on the BoDin vibes, 28 videos, guys. And a couple streams in there, too. I mean, if you want to get the most fix, just watch the BoDin movie. But, yeah. BoDin isn't dead. Season 4 will give us ultimate answer in 2025. I don't think it will give us the ultimate answer as long as nobody dies, but it could give us hints, and I think the movie will be it. But I think we'll see Bo-Katan in season 4. It's a question if we'll see them together, because that will be just like on screen together, because they might be doing separate things. So yeah, maybe it's like my fanfic video or something else. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. I had a lot of fun hanging out with y'all. I'll be live the same exact time, 8 p.m. CST next week, next Thursday. So I'll see you guys then, and we'll just be kind of kicking it. And I guess watch out for videos. We'll see what I cook up. But I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day whenever you're watching this VOD. It was fun hanging out with you guys. And for the heck of it, why not BoDin for the win?